This is an opportunity of a lifetime. It's something that you've gotten yourself involved in that's worth the fight, right? Without the sacrifice, there can be no impact. I'm telling you, you have to do this. You have to not only want this thing, you got to want it bad enough. You got to want it so bad that rejection won't stop you.
The biggest issue is dealing with the rejection. Now, how are you going to learn to deal with it? You know, folks, just don't look at it as personal. It's that they don't have an educated decision. Maybe they don't get it. But in our business, that big word rejection is something you're going to have to learn to deal with. And you're going to have to learn to deal with it regular. Because it's not about who says no, it's about who says yes. The one who doesn't make it in our business is the one who doesn't show up because they're so scared of the rejection. They're so scared of rejection they can't pick up the phone. Don't think I wasn't there. And when you see the leadership of the company, don't think they haven't been turned down just like you. They have. It's just that they didn't allow it to make them quit.
One of the things that I think stops people in our business more than anything is they're not prepared. I think one of the best things we can do for a brand new rep is to let them know what to expect. Not everybody is going to say yes. And you know what? If it did, 95% of Americans wouldn't work a job, and that's okay.
I have a lot of people that will tell me, first off, they see the presentation and they're kind of excited about it, and they'll say, well, I just don't have the time. I don't have the money. And they can't even think about where it's going to come from. But the reason Fortune exists is to help them create more time and more money. This business is for people who want to change their financial situation. Where are they going to be in 2 years if they don't do something about it now? Help them out, help them see that this is an opportunity that's going to change that for them.
I have people ask me a lot. They say, does everybody that you talk to, do they do Fortune? I mean, do you have a difficult time now that, you know, you've reached a certain status, you're making a certain amount of money? Is it easier for you? I would say no, not necessarily. I mean, the fact that, you know, you reach a certain status, or people tell you, and I've had people tell me too, and I'm sure you'll hear the same thing. People say, well, come back and show me this whenever you're making some money. Well, guess what? I had people tell me that as well, and they're not lining up at my doorstep today to sign up. I think that's just something people say to be negative, and they're kind of criticizing you. I think the most important thing that we can do is protect our self-image, because the most important phone call you're going to make is that next one.
We're looking for people that are looking for us. That's kind of how I say it. Looking for people looking for us. So if I'm trying to find the pearls in the oysters, if I open the oyster and don't see a pearl, I don't get upset with the oyster. I just lay the oyster to the side, and I keep looking through the bucket until I find a pearl. So if you told me out of every 10 oysters I'll find a pearl, the way I would go through the oysters is I would go oyster, 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 pearl, got one. Oyster, 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 pearl, got one. Oyster, 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 pearl, got one. The quicker I go through the oysters, the faster I find the pearls, right? So if a person is not interested in Fortune high-tech marketing, it's just an oyster, right? You're looking for the pearls. You're looking for the ones that's looking for you.
Remember, you want people that see what you see. So never drag someone across the finish line. If they're ready to sign up, great. I suggest signing them up as quickly as you can and getting to work with that person. If they say no, just remember that we all hear a lot of no's, and every no you hear is going to bring you that much closer to a yes.
For every no, there's a yes out there somewhere, right? But the key is you have to be here to get the yes. So whatever you do, rejection is real, rejection will come, right? But again, you're looking for the ones that's looking for you. I know it's tough, but it's worth it. It's supposed to be tough, because if it was not tough, everyone would do it. But thank God you're doing it.
So just stay focused on what you want from this, and understand that that word rejection is just a word. Learn to deal with it, and he who deals with the rejection the most in this business will make a lot of money.
Once you've already shown this business to someone, and they look at it and they say, well, maybe, you know, it's good for you to follow up. Follow up within 24 hours if you can, 48 at the most. If they still give you a maybe, I would move on. Move on, because there's going to be lots of maybes, but there's all kinds of people waiting for a great opportunity like this, and there's going to be lots of yeses. So don't let the maybes and the nos stop you from building your business. Don't focus on them. Don't do that. Don't slow yourself down. If you get a maybe, follow up. If it's still a maybe, just move on.
95% of Americans are broke. They're working a job, and that's the rut that they're in. If someone does not have the entrepreneurial drive or the excitement level to get out of that place, friends, don't try to talk people into it. I thought, you know what, that's working hard instead of smart. And I believe most of us work plenty hard enough all our lives. I mean, think about all the people that you know that are hardworking, that are educated, good, honest people that are broke. I mean, most people know somebody very intimately, that are like that. Hard work is not the answer. It's what you're working hard at. It's about working smart instead of hard.
Always remember this. SW, 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 SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Some are waiting. Get out there, show the business. You're going to have people that are going to love it. You're going to have people that just don't get it. So take the opportunity. The person that shows this business the most is the one that's going to win.